Hello everyone, my name is Chad Jumet. I'm going to do a short tutorial on styled components. So styled components, they allow us to write CSS in our JavaScript, and it lets us have a flexible system for styling components, and so we don't need a CSS file. And you can make things look the way you want with some pretty clear rules. You can find me on, my name is Chad Jumet. You can find me on GitHub, CEJA. All right, so if you need styled components for any other project, you can go to the Node Package Manager. Here it is, styled components. You can just npm install styled components. Now, if you're using the Code With Me app, if you're doing anything on this, you should have it if you have pulled from master recently. All right, so let's take a look at our little app here. So here we have our sad little app. We have our sad little create account button, and it's pretty sad. So what I've done, you need to import styled from styled components, and all we need to do is create a variable. So we go const, and we can call this whatever we want. So we're going to call it foo bar button, and we're going to use this function styled, so it's going to be set to styled button. Now you can name this any HTML tag that you want. You can name it A or H1 or div, whatever. That's what makes it so flexible. So, but we're going to call it a button. Now everything is enclosed in backticks. So we have our backticks. Now we can start writing out our little button here. So we're going to give it a color. Let's see, background, blue. We'll do color white so we can see the text. Give it a height, I don't know, 35 pixels. And then there we go. Now we just have this little variable, foobar button. So now we need to put it in its right spot. So we just put it where we would put the tags. So foobar button. And we need to close it. We're going to get an error here. Foo bar button. And we save it, and it reloads. And we have our nice little button there. Now, I'm not so crazy about the way the text looks, so we can just make changes. And this is just CSS. You just write in your CSS. So we go font, size, 1.4, let's do 1.3 ems. And we save it, and it reloads, and there we go. We have our nice little, cool little button there. It looks much nicer. All right, so now we have a bunch of things that need styling in this component here. So we don't want to be stacking up these component rules in the same file. So we're going to get rid of it. Now we're going to get an error. We need to have, we get a little error, so we need to go back to our button. I've already made another button in another file, so we're going to go with that one. So this right here is the customized tag, customized styled component tag. So we're going to go to the other file, and we're going to look at our styles here. Here's the styles, and I have auth styles. So here we have our button, and we can put it in here. So we go background, blue, then we have color white, and let's see, font size, what do we call it? 1.3 ems, and height, 35 pixels. And it reloads, and there we go. We have our nice little styled button. Now we can do that with everything here. I have inputs, and then I have a sign up form. And if we go back to that file, we look, oops, that's the wrong file. And so we have that. We have inputs, we have sign up form, and H1 and button. Now we can do it by file per component, or we can do it globally. So we have this global style. So say you want all of your H1 headers to look the same. So I have this global styles. We can go look at that. Go into our styles, and we have global styles, and all of our H1 components, or all of our elements that have H1 components, can all be 3ems high. Now, this does have some drawbacks. So if we go to here and we inspect our little button, and if we look in the dev tools, we can see that the class has this weird, like, just gibberish strings. So it's just generated by the style components. That can be a problem. So if we look at our div here, our div has this weird name. So it can make it hard to debug and to track down all of your divs and components when you're looking in the dev tools. There is a way around that. I'm going to research that and maybe make another video on that. But yeah, this is styled components. If you have any other questions, you can find me on GitHub at CEJ, and I'm there, and I'm working on the Code With Me app. So you can ping me there and we can discuss it. All right, thanks a lot for listening.